Welcome to my channel. I'm the Cosmic Leon, and today we're going to be illustrating cryptids as characters. While Nessie was not officially named until 1933, reports of the water beast in the loch can be traced back to about 7 AD, as detailed in the Life of St. Columba in the Land of the Picts, aka Scotland. Just as the oral tradition of the water beast in the lake continued to persist, it was probably associated with Kelpie legends to keep children away from the loch lest they drowned. Moving to a more reputable, if not somewhat questionable, descriptions of this creature throughout the 18 and 1900s describe this as a wriggling, stubby-legged creature. Other descriptors used are beast, whale-like fish, and something that showed one or more humps in the water. My first thought, based off these descriptions alone, is perhaps a giant catfish, since there are large records of catfish in the local area, which can kind of look scary when they're partially obscured by dark waters, since the largest record recorded a large 9-foot Wells catfish. In 1933, George Spicer and his wife Nancy were driving in their car, spotting the creature on the road near the loch, describing it as having a long neck which moved up and down in a manner of a scenic railway, and an animal in its mouth before the beast jumped back into the water. This story has been believed to be fake, according to a research group from Columbia University. However, the newer description of this creature has sparked the idea that the creature in the Loch Ness is a plesiosaur, bringing the attention to the world's eyes, as well as opening the floodgates for fakes, falsehoods, and hoaxes to prove the creature's quote-unquote existence. I found that this was really kind of interesting when trying to create a character, and let's be honest, there's a part of me that wants to believe that there is still plesiosaur living out in the world. They're just real secretive and almost endangered. I mean, I kind of want it to be true, because they were one of my favorite dinosaurs as a child. That and the Pteranodon and Stegosaurus those were the best ones for me anyways. There's actually, if you actually read up on some of the hoaxes, they're actually really funny. Like, one guy had some wood putty and put it on his submarine and was basically pranking and scaring people with his submarine that he fashioned a fake Nessie on. But in 2004, a documentary team, TV5, created an animatronic prop called Lucy that would raise and lower in the water to scare tourists. There are accounts of tour guides saying that they got thrown off when they would see Lucy raise up and down the water, the first couple of times, because they weren't aware that the documentary team had initially come over, and that's it's hilarious. Oh my gosh. The most famous fake was the iconic surgeon's photograph taken in 1934. This photo was used for approximately 60 years as proof of the creature's existence before it was confirmed by most as a hoax, leading way to a few more hoaxes of Nessie's existence and lots of driftwood pictures. But with the hoaxes and buzz around this creature, a lot of investigation actually went into trying to prove whether or not Nessie was real. So they did seismograms. They essentially scanned the loch with sonar to kind of get a virtual shape of what it looks like underwater, and trying to find the creature hanging out. A lot of their findings, when they thought they would find something, usually ended up being some type of debris or just plant matter and no actual evidence. With all these scans, they still can't entirely lay the rumors to rest, because there still are quite a few caves and there is like an underwater access to get to the ocean. Yeah. has an underwater access to the ocean that occasionally has other creatures come in and out of the loch, like seals and stuff. Which I suppose, looking at the description of a seal, could also be like a sea lion. That could also be, kind of water beast, as you might put it. But, when I was kind of designing this character, I know I wanted to do something aquatic, but I didn't entirely know where I wanted to go. So I kind of just did like a water person, kind of more like a guardian to the plesiosaur. Perhaps this is the individual who is creating fakes of debris and under the water to throw people off to protect the plesiosaur. I think that would be a lot of fun. And I had a hard time deciding what colors I wanted. So their body is actually the same color as the plesiosaur, albeit a little darker in saturation, just to help hold the two figures apart. And I needed something to like catch your eye, just a little flash of color, so I pulled out this like pink coral-y color, and I thought that would be really fun, as if this character would be swimming through the loch and you would see just a sudden flash of color that still keeps the rumors alive in some sense, but also still throws them off. And I also really wanted to experiment a little bit with subsurface light scattering to make these fins glow. As far as the clothes go, I kind of had a hard time with it. I experimented in a couple of ways, and I wanted to emulate length, since plesiosaurs are real long boys, but I really did not want to draw a long neck on this character. I thought it would be really weird, so I looked up some images of Scottish clothing, although I feel like some of it kind of looked costumey up on Google Images, so I had to search for quite a while to find something that looked okay. I at least did plaid on the skirt, which is vaguely inspired by the kilt. I know that the kilts were technically worn by men and all that good stuff, but I modified it a little bit because, plaid skirts exist, and honestly, I don't see a lot of people wear them, and I have a friend who is obsessed with plaid. Specifically red plaid, not this green plaid, but I definitely know someone would be wearing it. And I just think it's really cool to kind of tie the piece in together, as this character is essentially becoming a little, guardian to our little plesiosaurs. Oh, that's cute. I liked it, so. I hope you liked the video, and if you'd like to support me, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, and I hope to see you back for another one.